Welcome on in, gang. We've got a little bit of a surprise blog released by CA here. Tides of Torment is getting a little bit of a delay, so let's dive on in and take a look. I'm kind of recording this while I've got a bit of a migraine, so my brain is currently trying to crawl out through my eyeballs. So if I don't have the most focus here, or I get some things wrong in reading, please stay patient with me. There's a reason for it. Let's dive in. We're delaying the release of Total Warhammer 3's Tides of Torment from our previously stated summer release window, and now intend to launch later this year, so probably closer to Christmas. We'll have an exact date for you once we finalize our revised plans, and we'll share the details as soon as they're ready. We also want to let you know that our plans to release the final What's Next video in this next series will also shift to a future date. That's real unfortunate. I want to talk to you all about why we've made these decisions and what to expect in the months ahead. In recent playtesting, we asked ourselves if this next DLC met the standards we've set in recent releases, and the short answer was no. However, we know it can, so we want to spend more time working on it, reviewing the content and improving the gameplay experiences that it's set to bring. And delays are always not fun, especially when they keep making comments that they are trying to boost the amount of content they're creating every year. So maybe a little bit less over-promising at the beginning of the year, and more just kind of buckling down and getting stuff done. It's just kind of the way I think at this point. You gotta stop talking and start doing. These changes will likely mean the content we shared in our What's Next videos for Slaanesh and Norska is no longer accurate, so both of them are getting more content, hopefully. And as soon as we know the final shape of those changes, we'll share them directly to you as part of our the final What's Next video to give you the complete picture on our third faction in this DLC and the changes to the other factions. We know this is disappointing news. 2025 has been a slower year, so was 2024, for many of you in our Warhammer communities, and we're not oblivious to that. We're proud of the updates we've released for the game this year. The ones that you guys have done, the big 0.0 updates with all of the reworks, have been incredible. It's been pretty disappointing in lack of overall DLC content. But we know that what you love most of all about this game is the option to experience more of it, especially through new gameplay styles offered by new legendary lords, all the unique new units, and the focus we give to reworks and core game improvements. Yeah, modders have been keeping this game alive, honestly, through the past couple years, just through the incredible amount of content they've been releasing. It's all almost or better than a lot of what CA has released in the past couple years. So it's one of those where the modders have been keeping the things going, but CA does have to start kicking in, but no matter how fun those modded units are, people tend to like official units a little bit more, just because that is the true canon for the game, and it's just what we would like to see. It shouldn't be all up to the modders. It should be the devs putting in the work. But let's get to reading more of this and quit smashing on CA. We're proud of the updates we've released, sure, especially through new gameplay styles. We've already read that, and the focus we gave to reworks and core game improvements. While the game is in a better space than in previous years thanks to the efforts we made throughout 2024, we are currently not meeting our commitments to be more active on those fronts, and we apologize for not being more transparent. That's good stuff. We are happy to at least be getting some more info, but not upfronting a whole bunch of promises and then under-delivering is going to be important for 2025 and going forward. Next few months, we plan on addressing that. Here's what to expect. In July, we'll have siege improvements coming to the Proving Grounds, and we'll enter public testing towards the end of the month. Ahead of its release, we'll share details on what's being changed and what we're testing for, and how to process, or the process on what we will how we will handle your feedback before integrating changes into the main game. Siege improvements are just direly needed. Sorely, direly, all the words. They desperately need some siege changes, so I cannot wait to see what these are going to be. In August, Update 6.3 is going to bring some overdue quality of life improvements to Tomb Kings and Lisbon. Ooh, I can't wait to see what those are going to be either. I love both of these factions, so I can't wait. Anything that makes them better, I'm here for. Revisions to the generic starting traits, or both. Or maybe for everyone. Quality of life improvements to Tomb Kings and Lisbon, and revisions to generic starting traits. Sweet. We'll revisit some of the skills used by generic orcs and goblins characters also to help refresh those to a more modern standard. All of this will be paired with the usual host of minor gameplay fixes, bug squashing, and a battle balance update for folks playing in multiplayer. Yeah, for those of you that are crazy. August will also see the release of a newly recorded What's Next video, focusing on our third faction for Tides of Torment, where you'll hear directly from our developers on what to expect, as well as updates on the changes and revisions we've made to Slaanesh and Norska since publishing our earlier videos. And spoiler alert, it is indeed the High Elves. September, we are saving space in September for any necessary hotfixes, following August release of Update 6.3. Otherwise, our total focus is on Tides of Torment from here on out. We won't have any major updates planned for the release in September, so nothing for Wizard's birthday, sadly, but we'll be staying on top of emerging issues as we get back to work on the 7.2, or the 7.0 update. On the topic of the road ahead, we also want to acknowledge the growing conversation we see about the game's future beyond Tides of Torment. We've seen a few folk asking for specific characters that may not fit in any of our current DLC formats, so we're exploring how we might introduce a smaller style DLC that brings a single legendary lord or hero unit alongside a few favorite additions. working out how these would best fit with our schedules, but we have a good idea who the first one could be, and she's someone near and dear to your... Oh, it's Neferata. That's incredible. I can't... Neferata is going to be awesome. Right now, our Total War Warhammer teams are more singular focused on Tides of Torment, so we'll be keeping all of our attention on where it needs to be. We'll speak more about the possible topic of smaller DLC later on in the year. Next year, we'll also return with one of the biggest Total War Warhammer content packs ever created in the trilogy. Now, brother, we can't keep... Listen, guys, you gotta stop upfronting the promises, but we'll see. Alongside some free content, also this sounds like End Times. The biggest Total War Warhammer content packs, that's either End Times or that could be a full Norska rework, which I'm leaning more towards End Times, which we'll see how people take that. Alongside, hang on now, please look for our return to live streams on Twitch and YouTube, alongside plenty of 25th anniversary celebrations events. We're bringing back community live streams on a regular weekly schedule, so you'll have a one-stop space for all of us to get together and stay updated on what's happening across Total War. We want to apologize again for the disappointment of today's news, and hope you look forward to a brighter road ahead. Oh, and the third faction for Tides of Torment is High Elves, led by Sea Lord Heisland. And yes, we're very excited to show you more on that soon. Thank you, Adam, for this quick blog. Yeah, no, let me know your thoughts. Delays are always sad, but if they honestly were playing it and it was not up to snuff the others, it's definitely better for them to button up and get things polished up and ready to make people happy. Because for all of what's kind of sounded like smack talk at the beginning, they've done a very good job in the recent, in 2024 and the beginning of 2025 here, trying to claw back some of that goodwill that they lost during Shadows of Change and such. So hopefully they can not lose that momentum, keep that going strong, and continue to make good content going forward that everyone's going to love, and then we can all enjoy together. We'll see though, won't we? Thank you all so much for stopping on by this little, Dev Diary deep dive. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub though, and I'll see you all in the next one.